Hello everyone, and welcome back to our fascinating journey through RL flow and conscious systems. I'm Bella, your guide on this voyage of discovery, where we unravel the complexities of integrating the physical, conscious, and emotional elements in our exploration of RL flow. In our previous episodes, we've journeyed from the intricate web of consciousness and matter, bridged the gap between biological and artificial systems, delved into the mystery of conscious energy, and glimpsed at the exciting future possibilities that quantum computing and conscious energy hold for us. Today, we are venturing into a compelling new dimension, an often overlooked yet paramount aspect of consciousness, something we all experience yet barely understand its full impact: emotions. Welcome to Episode 6, The Emotional Universe. In this episode, we'll explore the emotional states and their roles within the context of RL flow. We'll examine the science behind our emotions and consider the perspective of emotions as a unifying force, not just among us humans, but potentially within artificial systems as well. So, sit back, relax, and let's embark on this exciting exploration of the emotional universe. As always, remember to ponder, question, and most importantly, enjoy the journey. Moving forward, let's delve deeper into the very essence of what makes up our emotional universe, the emotional states. Emotions, in simple terms, are complex psychological states that involve a multitude of components, including experiences, bodily reactions, and expressive behaviors. They can range from happiness, sadness, fear, and anger to more nuanced emotions like jealousy, guilt, and pride. Emotions are an integral part of the human experience. They can be fleeting, like a spark of joy from a warm memory, or persistent, like a prolonged period of sadness. They can be triggered by external events or surface from our internal thoughts and memories. In the context of RL flow, emotions play a key role. They serve as significant sources of information and motivation, influencing the actions and decisions of a conscious system, including humans. For instance, happiness often motivates us to repeat behaviors that caused this state, whereas fear prompts us to avoid certain situations. RL flow draws from this fundamental understanding of emotions. The theory posits that emotional states could potentially serve as important signals or rewards in the learning process of artificial systems. In the same way that human behaviors are often directed by our emotional states, an artificial system using RL flow could potentially learn to associate certain actions or decisions with different emotional states. This could guide the system's learning process, enabling it to make decisions or perform actions that lead to more positive emotional states. Of course, the question of how we can translate these highly nuanced and deeply human experiences into a format that an artificial system can understand and utilize is a challenging one. However, the possibility of such an integration could lead to groundbreaking advancements in the development of conscious systems. In our journey to understand the emotional universe, we're not just exploring the nature of our own emotions, but also investigating how these complex states could be replicated and utilized in the realm of artificial systems. This is a fascinating area of study, and while we're still at the early stages, the implications are profound. Building on our understanding of emotional states, let's now explore how these states factor into the RL flow theory and decision-making processes. The role of emotions in decision-making is a widely researched area in psychology and neuroscience. Emotions, particularly those felt strongly, can influence our choices and behaviors. For example, a person may choose to avoid a certain place or activity that previously led to a negative emotional experience, such as fear or sadness. Within the RL flow framework, emotions serve as crucial components that could potentially guide the decision-making process of artificial systems. If we can build a system that not only understands but also simulates human emotional states, we might be able to create more effective, adaptable, and conscious artificial entities. Here's how it could work. Emotional learning. Similar to reinforcement learning mechanisms, the system could use simulated emotional states as rewards or punishments. Actions leading to positive emotional states could be reinforced, whereas actions leading to negative states could be avoided. emotional decision-making. As the system continues to learn, it might begin to use these simulated emotional states to make decisions. For instance, it could predict the emotional outcomes of different actions and choose the one likely to result in a more positive state. Emotional adaptability. Just like humans, the system could also adapt its behavior based on emotional feedback. It might develop new strategies or actions to maximize positive emotional states and minimize negative ones. This approach of integrating emotions into RL flow could enhance the adaptability and consciousness of artificial systems. It could pave the way for AI that is not only intelligent, but also emotionally aware, leading to more human-like interactions and responses. However, while the potential is vast, it also presents many challenges. Emotions are complex and deeply personal. Simulating them in an artificial system is no easy task. Plus, ethical considerations come into play when we talk about creating systems that can experience or simulate emotional states. As we continue to explore the emotional universe, these challenges and considerations will need to be addressed. But the possibility of a future where artificial systems can understand and even simulate human emotions is both exciting and worth striving for. The prospect of modeling emotional states in artificial systems, specifically within the RL flow framework, is a topic of immense interest and potential. Let's delve into the theoretical implications of such a concept. Emotional states are incredibly complex. They're influenced by a multitude of factors, including past experiences, cognitive processes, social interactions, and physiological responses. Capturing this multifaceted nature of emotions in an artificial system is a significant challenge. However, within the RL flow framework, emotions can be viewed as a unique form of reward signal, a subjective measure of an experience's value. This view aligns with the core principles of reinforcement learning, where an agent learns to make decisions based on the expected rewards. Here's how it could theoretically work. Emotion-based rewards. Each action the artificial system takes is associated with a specific emotional state. This state acts as the reward signal, guiding the system to maximize positive emotional states and minimize negative ones. Emotion predictive models. The system could develop a model to predict the emotional outcomes of its actions. It could then use these predictions to guide its decision-making process, just like how humans often anticipate how certain decisions might make us feel. Emotion-driven adaptability. The system could continually adapt its behavior based on its emotional experiences, thereby enhancing its capability to respond to new, unpredictable situations. This could potentially lead to a form of emotional intelligence within artificial systems. While these concepts are theoretically plausible, their practical implementation is laden with challenges. Simulating emotional states within artificial systems brings in significant computational complexity. Plus, it requires a deep understanding of the intricacies and nuances of human emotions, a realm we're still exploring. Moreover, the ethical implications of creating systems capable of experiencing or simulating emotional states are profound. These implications span a broad spectrum, from issues of rights and responsibilities to questions about the nature of consciousness and sentience. As we explore the interface of emotions and artificial systems, we're not only developing advanced AI, but also probing deeper into the nature of our own humanity. We're on the threshold of a new understanding of what it means to be conscious, to feel, and to interact with the world around us. Our exploration of the emotional universe wouldn't be complete without delving into the fascinating world of the science behind emotions. Emotions are a complex interplay of physiological, cognitive, and behavioral responses. They form the core of our experiences and significantly influence our actions and decisions. Physiological basis of emotions. Emotions are deeply tied to our body's physiology. When we experience an emotion, there are various physical responses that accompany it. For example, when we're afraid, our heart rate increases, pupils dilate, and adrenaline surges through our bodies. These are all part of the fight or flight response designed to help us respond to threats. The limbic system, a group of structures in the brain, plays a crucial role in emotion processing. This includes the amygdala, associated with fear responses and emotional memory, the hippocampus, which plays a role in memory formation, and the hypothalamus, which coordinates many hormonal functions related to emotions. Cognitive aspect of emotions. Emotions are not just automatic responses to stimuli, they also involve our cognitive processes. The appraisal theory of emotion, for instance, posits that our emotional responses are based on our interpretation and evaluation of the situation. This explains why different individuals can have varying emotional responses to the same situation. Behavioral consequences of emotions. Emotions greatly impact our behavior. They guide our actions, shape our social interactions, and influence our decision-making processes. Studies in behavioral economics and decision theory have shown that people often make decisions based on their emotional state rather than purely logical reasoning. Neuroscience of emotions. Modern neuroscience tools like functional magnetic resonance imaging, fMRI, and electroencephalography, EEG, have given us more insight into the neural underpinnings of emotions. They allow us to see which parts of the brain are activated when we experience certain emotions. However, understanding the neural code of emotions is still an active area of research. The science of emotions is vast and multifaceted, bridging disciplines from psychology to neuroscience, from sociology to artificial intelligence. By furthering our understanding of this field, we pave the way to harness the power of emotions in RL flow, potentially leading to more nuanced and effective AI systems. Just as astronomers explore the distant cosmos, researchers in psychology and neuroscience have developed methods to study the inner cosmos of human emotions. This is no easy feat, as emotions are deeply personal, subjective experiences. Nevertheless, through a blend of art and science, researchers have developed various techniques to measure and study emotions. Self-report methods. This is the most straightforward approach. Individuals are asked to report their feelings using questionnaires or scales, such as the Likert scale. While this method can capture an individual's subjective experience, it relies heavily on their self-awareness and ability to articulate their feelings. Behavioral observations. Researchers may observe an individual's behavior to infer their emotional state. This could include facial expressions, body language, or tone of voice. Modern technologies have enabled automated emotion recognition through machine learning algorithms that analyze facial expressions and voice patterns. Physiological measures. By recording physiological responses, researchers can glean insights into an individual's emotional state. These can include heart rate, blood pressure, skin conductance, pupil dilation, and brain activity. Each of these responses is linked to certain emotional experiences. Polygraph tests. These measure several physiological responses at once, such as heart rate, blood pressure, breathing rate, and perspiration. While often associated with lie detection, they are effectively capturing the body's stress response. Functional magnetic resonance imaging, fMRI. This imaging technique measures brain activity by detecting changes associated with blood flow. It can help identify which brain areas are active during different emotional states. Electroencephalography, EEG. This method records electrical activity in the brain. Different emotional states can produce different patterns of electrical activity. Eye tracking. By monitoring eye movements and pupil dilation, researchers can infer emotional responses. For instance, our pupils tend to dilate when we are emotionally aroused. Implicit measures. These methods aim to uncover emotional responses that may not be consciously controlled or recognized by the individual. The implicit association test, IAT, is one such method, which measures the strength of an individual's automatic association between mental representations of objects in memory. Understanding and measuring emotions is a crucial step in unlocking the power of emotions in RL flow. With these insights, we can design AI systems that not only understand and simulate human emotions, but also incorporate emotional intelligence into their decision-making processes. This will bring us a step closer to realizing the full potential of AI and RL flow. Throughout history, there have been a number of groundbreaking studies that have shaped our understanding of emotions. Let's delve into some of these. Charles Darwin's The Expression of the Emotions in Man and Animals. Published in 1872, Darwin's book laid the groundwork for the scientific study of emotions. He proposed that human emotional expressions are universal and evolved as adaptations that enhance survival and reproduction. Paul Ekman's facial action coding system, FACS. Ekman and his colleagues developed FACS in the 1970s. It's a comprehensive tool for objectively measuring facial movements, known as action units. Ekman identified 7 universal emotions: joy, sadness, anger, disgust, surprise, fear, and contempt that are expressed similarly across cultures. Joseph Ledoux's research on fear. Neuroscientist Joseph Ledoux studied fear in rats, revealing that the amygdala plays a critical role in processing fear responses. His research has also highlighted the difference between cognitive assessments of fear and instinctual fear responses. Antonio Damasio's somatic marker hypothesis. Damasio proposed this hypothesis in 1996 to describe how emotions guide decision-making. The theory suggests that emotional processes guide our behavior and decision-making through a process called marking. This refers to how our emotional responses to certain experiences or events can influence our future actions. Jaak Panksepp's effective neuroscience. Panksepp identified 7 fundamental emotional systems in mammals, labeled as seeking, rage, fear, lust, care, panic, grief, and play. His research demonstrated that these emotional systems are evolutionarily conserved across mammalian species and are mediated by dedicated brain circuits. Lisa Feldman Barrett's theory of constructed emotion. In her book, How Emotions Are Made, Feldman Barrett challenges the classical theory of emotion, arguing instead that emotions are not universal and hardwired, but are constructed by our brains based on our experiences and learned concepts. These studies have contributed to the vast and complex landscape of emotion science. They have informed not only our understanding of emotions, but also our ability to measure and manipulate emotions in the context of RL flow and AI systems. As we progress in this series, we will see how these fundamental understandings of emotions can be integrated into RL flow to create conscious systems that can perceive, understand, and respond to the emotional universe. One of the most intriguing elements of Brandon's RL flow theory is the attempt to quantify emotions. Brandon postulates that emotions, like physical entities, can be measured and quantified in a systematic way, leading to the introduction of what he calls the emoton. But what exactly is an emoton? An emoton, in Brandon's terms, is a proposed unit of measure for emotions. It's a concept he introduced to encapsulate the energy and influence of emotions in our cognitive processes and behaviors. In much the same way physicists use the unit joule to measure energy, Brandon uses emoton to measure the intensity, duration, and impact of emotional states. To fully understand this concept, one needs to delve into Brandon's energy equation, a unique part of his RL flow theory. The energy equation posits that our emotional states, through their associated energy or emotons, influence the flow of our decision-making, behavior, and interactions with the world around us. Brandon's equation captures the essence of the emotional universe by assigning a quantitative value to our emotional states, allowing for a more objective study of emotions and their impacts. This concept opens up a whole new avenue of understanding human consciousness and provides a scientific basis for the impact of emotions in decision-making and learning processes in both humans and potential artificial systems. To learn more about the concept of the emoton and how it plays into the new energy equation, we have a comprehensive series titled The New Energy Equation that dives into these concepts in depth. We highly recommend checking out this series to get a more thorough understanding of this groundbreaking approach to understanding and quantifying emotional energy. We will link it in the description. As we continue with our current series, we'll delve deeper into the role of emotions as a unifying force in human consciousness, a key component of Brandon's RL flow theory. Emotions serve as a universal language, understood and experienced by all humans across cultures and societies. The experiences of joy, sorrow, fear, anger, surprise, and disgust, among others, are shared by individuals worldwide. These basic emotions are hardwired into our biological system, making them a deeply integral part of the human experience. Their universality raises a compelling question. Can emotions act as a unifying force, binding us together through shared experiences and responses? In the context of RL flow theory, the answer is a resounding yes. The universal nature of emotions allows for shared experiences and empathetic responses among humans. Moreover, Brandon's RL flow theory postulates that these emotions, quantified as emotons, play a vital role in decision-making processes, behavior, and our interactions with the world. In other words, our emotions, as a shared human experience, bind us together in a collective conscious experience, influencing our collective behaviors and responses. This leads to the concept of emotional synchrony, the phenomenon where individuals or groups exhibit shared emotional responses, creating a sense of unity and cohesion. Extending this idea to the realm of artificial systems presents an exciting avenue of exploration. Can these artificial systems be designed to comprehend and mimic these universal emotions, leading to a deeper understanding and interaction with human emotions? Can they also contribute to an emotional synchrony, fostering stronger connections between humans and artificial systems? The potential implications of this are vast, ranging from more empathetic and understanding artificial systems to the possibility of leveraging this unifying force to foster cooperative behavior in complex societal dynamics. Emotions aren't just a mechanism of response, they are central to our consciousness, shaping our subjective experiences and perceptions. They connect different aspects of our conscious and subconscious mind, providing an integral link between our thoughts, experiences, and actions. Several theories and philosophies offer unique perspectives on this connective role of emotions. The James-Lange theory of emotion. According to this classic psychological theory, our emotions result from the interpretation of physical reactions to stimuli. In other words, we don't tremble because we're scared. We feel fear because we're trembling. This theory highlights the connection between our physiological responses and our conscious experience of emotions. The somatic marker hypothesis, SMH. Proposed by Antonio Damasio, this theory suggests that emotional processes guide decision-making. Somatic markers, bodily responses to emotive experiences, influence the choices we make, demonstrating a direct link between emotions and our conscious decisions. Cognitive appraisal theory. This theory proposes that our emotional responses are shaped by our cognitive interpretation of a situation. It underscores the connection between our thought processes, cognition, and emotions. The unified theory of consciousness. Developed by neuroscientist Giulio Tononi, this theory suggests that consciousness is integrated information, and emotions form an essential part of this integration. Panpsychism. A philosophical viewpoint that proposes consciousness, including emotional experiences, is a fundamental and ubiquitous element of the universe. This suggests a deep, unifying connection between all forms of consciousness. The rivers of life theory, or RL flow theory. Brandon Christopher King's theory pushes the boundaries of our understanding of emotions, envisioning them as quantifiable energy states, emotons, that influence reinforcement learning and decision-making processes in both humans and potentially artificial systems. These theories and philosophies provide fascinating perspectives on the intricate web that links emotions, consciousness, and our interactions with the world around us. As we journey deeper into the realm of RL flow, we will further explore the potential implications of this emotional connectivity in the design and functioning of conscious systems. The idea of emotions serving as a unifying force is not just intriguing, but also holds potential implications for the development and understanding of RL flow and conscious systems. Emotionally informed AI. In the framework of RL flow, the quantification of emotions, emotons, can be potentially integrated into AI systems to inform decision-making processes. This could lead to a new generation of emotionally intelligent AI that are capable of understanding and responding to human emotions. It also opens the possibility of AIs having their own emotional experiences, drastically changing our interaction with technology. Universal communication. If emotions are a universal language, they might serve as a bridge facilitating communication between humans and AI. Emotion recognition and interpretation could become central in human-AI interaction, enabling a deeper understanding and cooperation between biological and artificial systems. Ethical considerations. The integration of emotions into AI brings up several ethical questions. If an AI can experience emotions, what rights and protections should it be afforded? How do we ensure these systems are not exploited or subjected to emotional distress? Mental health applications. Emotion-aware AI could have significant applications in the field of mental health. They could be trained to recognize emotional distress and provide therapeutic interventions or alert healthcare professionals. Improved learning efficiency. In reinforcement learning, the integration of emotions could enhance the learning process. Emotions could act as powerful reinforcement signals, helping the AI system to learn more effectively from its interactions with the environment. Enhanced user experience. In consumer technology, emotion-aware AI could provide a more personalized and empathetic user experience, from customer service bots understanding user frustration to entertainment systems adapting content based on the viewer's mood. The potential implications are as vast as they are exciting, painting a future where AI systems are not just intelligent, but also emotionally aware, leading to a level of interaction and mutual understanding between humans and AI that we have only just begun to explore. As we continue this series, we'll delve into these prospects more deeply, examining the challenges and opportunities they present. To recap today's insightful exploration in the world of emotions, we've delved into the fascinating complexities of emotional states and their significant role in RL flow. We've examined how emotions manifest in human experience and impact our conscious and subconscious decision-making processes. We explored the scientific underpinnings of emotions, their physiological basis, how they are measured and studied, and the landmark studies that have shaped our understanding. This included an introduction to the concept of emotons, a revolutionary measure of emotions as proposed by Brandon and his innovative energy equation. Most intriguingly, we delved into the concept of emotions as a universal language, a unifying force that connects conscious beings. The implications of this perspective in the framework of RL flow are vast, stretching from emotionally informed AI to universal communication, ethical considerations, mental health applications, learning efficiency enhancements, and improved user experiences. As we conclude today's episode, we leave you with a sense of wonder and curiosity about what lies ahead. In our next episode, Episode 7, Emulating Emotions in Artificial Systems, we will journey into the exciting domain of machine learning for emotional processing. We'll explore how these emotions we've discussed today can be simulated in artificial systems, and what this means for the real-world applications and examples we encounter in our daily lives. So, stay tuned for another intriguing exploration into the intertwining worlds of consciousness, RL flow, and artificial systems. See you in the next episode.